Hi, this is Monday Derek on a Sunday, and I'm here to talk to you about bear representation in the media. Alright, so we had one more question that was left in the viewer choice poll from the top 5, and that was Bobby Mendenhall gave us bear representation in TV and film. Now, there is so much we could talk about in this whole thing. But I'm going to stick this to mainstream media because if I start going to queer film, it's a whole other representation. So in mainstream media, when you see a bigger guy, he's usually the head of the household. You have Homer Simpson, you have Peter Griffin, you have American Dad, as well as John Goodman's character in Roseanne, Archie Bunker. Generally, the father figure is a bit more of a bearish type. Now, this is great that this mold kind of gets celebrated within this as more the everyday person, kind of showing a bit of a blue-collar attraction to the whole thing. But gay men in media are generally shown as the skinny in tone or the muscular in tone persons. When it shows to the bigger guys, we're more the comic relief.
I thought you guys were taking me to dinner.
Come on, who doesn't like to watch a naked woman swing around on a pole?
Gay man, for one.
Huh?
I'm gay.
No.
What? You're so big and tough. You do not come across as gay.
You don't look like a gay guy.
No, that's because he's a bear. Huh? Yeah, he's a bear. You see, some gay guys are twinks and others are bears. This gay guy's a bear. By the way, we're totally cool with that. To each his own.
Wait, I'm a little confused here. What's a twink?
Twink is small and slender, like Mac. Oh, no. I'm too muscular. I would be a bear.
Now, when it comes to our community, so the bear community, when we get representative with anything in the mainstream, we're more so the comic relief. And you know what? That's not a terrible thing. At least we're not completely being made fun of. We're kind of being shown in our own light, where we can be just a little bit more extra than the average bear. Now, we have some characters like Eric Stone Street's character of Cameron in Modern Family really just shows kind of the extraness that you can find within our community, and kind of adds, but it also adds the comic relief of a bigger guy acting this way. But at the same time, we don't really have a bigger guy in many other sitcoms who is a gay character. It's always a skinny or fit or a kind of a muscular character. If you want to get into films, more of a comic relief of our community, we had the 3 bears who were in the movie The Dirty Shame, which was directed by John Waters. Now, of course, him being part of the LGBT himself, really knows the community and really played off the stereotypes of this well. Check out this clip here.
We're husky, we're hairy, we're homosexual, and out of the second closet. And we can cuddle all night. Yeah! For some grism!
Don't touch that spot. That is a twitchy spot. That spot that's swelling up and turning red.
What are you doing in there?
Vaughn, here's my daughter.
I don't know, Big Apple. I can't find her.
Oh, don't go in there. Bears live here. Big, fat, hairy bags with dicks.
And not to mention as well, we do have Big Gay Al and Mr. Slave, who are a bit extra in themselves in the ultimate stereotypes of the bear, either the the muscular hunky leather type, or the fat, fun, colorful dressed, just out there, just having fun with Big Al. Now, there's not too many times that we get a little too serious, as also as we generally stick within the camp realm. When Daniel Franzese performed as Eddie in Looking, we saw a whole different light. We saw someone who's a bit more serious, who was still fun, but knew when shit got real, he had to be real. Especially where he also represented the pause community as well. So Daniel really brought two different lifestyles in light into one character. And again, thank you so much for that. As well as we do see Vincent Franklin played Henry Best in Cucumber and Banana. And his character was a bit more of, it was a funny character, but it was a pretty dark series when you look down to it. You had an older guy who was trying to figure out everything within this new generation of gays where things are a lot more accepted and things are a lot more open from the time that he was out. But at the same time, the show really showed that things are still very much the same, no matter how much the perception is. His character is definitely some working out when you want to get into more of the older generation. Another great way to really show our representation is if you checked out the Bear City movies. I know they fall into the realm of queer film and not really mainstream, But if you really want to know like what the life is really like, I definitely recommend these movies, as they touch topics of marriage, they touch topics of body image, body acceptance, as well as bear runs, bear events, and number 3 just came out, and definitely you could just sit around and watch the whole trilogy there. I highly recommend you guys all support our local bear filmmakers as well. There's really not much more to say on the topic of how we're represented. We're more showing up on the fun side of things, but once in a while, this shit will get real with us, and you can see what life can really be like within the bear community. Again, just to sum it all up, within the straight world, they show up and it's kind of like in a symbol of power, or it's going to be the head of the household, or another symbol of power such as Tony Soprano or the Mountain from Game of Thrones, or any really other hot daddy from Game of Thrones. Or we can be us, where we can be more of the fun, delightful, such as Eric Sternsteadt's character Cameron, Big Mary from Brick 2 Road Girls, just to name for examples. So what do you think, guys? How do you feel we're representing the community? Should we have a bit more of a presence, or is it kind of fun that kind of better that we're kind of taking the back seat of things and kind of showing up here and there rather than in your face all of the time, and having our own media within the queer film and TV realm? I'd like to know your opinions on the matter, so like, share, subscribe, and comment below, and let's get the discussion rolling on this. Again, thank you very much for watching The Den, and we'll be seeing you again tomorrow.